Hi lads, and welcome back to another video, and it's another one where I'm just talking about Rangers news. And yeah, so the last one done pretty decent. The one we were talking about Lee Wallace and Kenny Miller, and the new strip manufacturer, which is Hummel. If you've not seen that one, there will be a wee card coming up right here. I don't know, up top left corner. So what is the news today? So we've got Steven Gerrard looking favourite to be the Rangers manager. I mean, it's mixed opinions, just like the Lee Wallace and Kenny Miller incident. It's mixed opinions. Obviously, I think a lot of people thought Steven Gerrard was one of them. If he does become Rangers manager, it would be fairly obvious that he is not one of them. And yeah, because he was at the Old Firm game last month, and people were saying he was in the Celtic side, supporting Celtic, but apparently he was actually in the Rangers guest of honours. So, I mean, it's still unclear to which one it was, but if he does become Rangers manager, we all know that he could well be a Rangers supporter. Just like main man Frank Lampard, his England teammate, ex-teammate. Anyway, so obviously it would be his first team manager, first team management, and yeah, obviously he's not got the experience, but we took a risk last year, or in fact the start of this season, with Pedro Caixinha, and that didn't work out. But Steven Gerrard, he is a well-known guy around football, pretty well known, I'd say, and I think he might turn out to be a great manager. I mean, every manager has to start somewhere. I mean, where was Zidane before he went with Real? Don't think he had too much of a managerial career, and look where he is with Real now. He's going for his third consecutive Champions League. So yeah, with Steven Gerrard, I do think a positive of Steven Gerrard being there is young English. We could bring in some young English players from Liverpool potentially, because they could know that Steven Gerrard is a good manager, and they might want to play under Steven Gerrard. I mean, if you're playing under Steven Gerrard, he's a huge name in football, and playing under him would probably be seen as a pleasure. That might not just go to Liverpool, might just go to any English players who respect Gerrard highly and do think a lot of him. So do think highly of him. My words are so mixed up. Anyway, if that does happen, then we could bring in some good young players from England, and they do want to play under Steven Gerrard, which could go well. The likes of, I don't know, Ben Woodburn or Phil Foden, people like that, great young talents. Who, I mean, Ben Woodburn is in the under-20s for Liverpool, and he's played under Steven Gerrard, so he might want to keep playing under him, or he might keep wanting to play with Liverpool. I don't know, but yeah. So Steven Gerrard. Next in line is Neil Warnock. He is obviously an experienced manager. Crystal Palace, other English teams. He's with someone. Sheffield United is he with now? With Stuart McCall. So I think they would come hand in hand. Neil Warnock and Stuart McCall. Obviously Stuart McCall didn't have the most successful run with Rangers, but as an assistant and knowing what it is like to manage Rangers, he could be a great help to Neil Warnock. And Neil Warnock being a great experienced manager that he is, he's never really taken a huge club as big as Rangers, but I think he would be up for the challenge, and I think he would be really good with his experience, with his way with players, if you know what I mean. Like, he would give them an absolute bollocking if they weren't doing what he would tell them straight up if they're not doing what he's meant to be doing. So yeah. Then there's just a bunch of other folk. There's Alan Stubbs, which I don't think would be a favourite at Ibrox. There's obviously Derek McInnes, who I don't want, because he bottles it in big games. And then there's like De Boer, Van Bronckhorst, all these Rangers legends, Brian Laudrup. I mean, I'll just because you're a legend for the club doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be good at a manager position at the club. So it's looking like this will be either Gerrard or Neil Warnock, and it probably won't be announced until the end of the season, I'm guessing. But yeah, so that's our first bit of news, managerial transfer news now, into player transfer news, and we have quite a few bits of news, a few rumours kicking about, and if they do go through, they could make huge impacts and huge improvements to the squad. So we've got Scott Arfield, obviously playing with Canada. He's born in Scotland, but he's with Burnley now, I think, and yeah, I don't know if he's played that much this season. I can't remember on the match of the day or anything. I think he has, but he would be a good addition to the squad. Then we've got James MacArthur, Rangers supporter since he was born, had a season ticket at Rangers. I read that somewhere, as long as it's a trustworthy source, and I'm not talking about a rubbish, but I'm sure he's a Rangers fan, and obviously being a Rangers fan, you would want to play with Rangers. You know what it's all about, you know the passion for the club. So him in midfield, I think, would be absolutely great. And then we've also got Ollie McBurnie. Ollie McBurnie did share a room at the Scotland squad, a hotel room with Jason Cummins. So, and Ollie McBurnie is a Rangers fan. So, obviously, as I said before, he knows the passion, he knows what it's all about. So, Ollie McBurnie, MacArthur, Arfield. I'm not sure if there is any more. Just add Matt Ritchie to it as well. That'd be a great signing. But yeah, I don't think he's been linked. If he has, that's been great. I don't think Matt Ritchie's been linked. So yeah, those three players. There probably is more that I've missed, but they're the three main ones that I do think there are out there. And then also Saul Morelos has been put in for Young Player of the Year, which I do think up until the start of March he deserves. After the Old Firm last month, he's missed an open net, he's missed another open net. He's just not had a lot of confidence, but before that he was great. I just hope he does pick up a bit more confidence, and hopefully going into the next Old Firm this coming Sunday, I just hope we can get something out of it. Get a draw. We don't want to give the title to Celtic. Go for the win, as always. Go for the win. We haven't beat them in 10 games, and forget about the last game. We need to keep going forward. What's the point thinking about the last game and get beat 4-0? That would be pointless to think about that. And yeah, so hopefully a good result on Sunday. Leave what you think of the new managerial role. Who will it be? What you think of the new transfer rumours, and what you think the score will be for Sunday's match. So, also Alan McGregor, aka Shagger. Yeah, so he's been linked back to Rangers. 36, goalkeepers don't tend to lose their ability. Look at Buffon, he's in his 40s. They don't tend to lose their ability because their ability doesn't involve running about and then their legs getting tired. So Alan McGregor, being a great keeper that he is, would be a good addition, but I do really like Foderingham. So leave me what you think. I said that last time. Leave down below what you think in the comments, and hopefully that made sense, and I will see you all next time. Bye.